all of the world, then how can it be said that I'm alone? When all of the world is here to look at me.
Now run to me, and hide me in the breaks, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
Oh, the wildest has not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin. The mile high makes speed to catch the tiger. Bootless speed, when cowardice pursues a bell of flies.
And will not stay my question.
Let me go!
If thou follow me, do not believe that I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Oh, in the temple, in the town, in the field, you do me mischief. Fight! Demetrius! Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men do. We must be wooed, and we're not made to woo. Well, I will follow me, and make a heaven out of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Nothing. He do leave this grove. He shall fly you, and he shall seek thy love. Ah, hast thou the flower there? Welcome.
Aye, here it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where the ox lives and the nodding violet grows, quite over canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with every time. There sleeps Titania, some of the night, lulled in the flowers with dances and delight. And there the snake throws its enamelled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. With the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and fill her with hateful fantasies. But take thou some of it, and seek through the grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Effect it with some care, that he may prove more fond of the lady than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Some wore with vermin to their leathern wings to make my small elves' coats, and some to keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wanders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices and let me rest.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for its sake. When thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is
Thou lovely fate of wandering in the wood. To speak troth, I have forgot our way. Well, rest us, have you? If you think you could, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find
find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf will serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed. Two bosoms and one troth.
Nay, but Lysander, for my sake, my dear. I further off yet, do not lie so near.
Take the sense, sweet of my innocence. A love takes its meaning from most conference. I mean, that my heart unto yours is knit, so that one heart can we make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms in a single troth. So by your bedside no room me deny, but lying so Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. Gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off, in human modesty. Such separations may well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love never alter till thy sweet life ends.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, says I. So end I when I am loyalty. This is my bed. Sleep sends you all his rest.
And with half that wish, the wish's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest I have gone, but Athenian found I, none on whose eyes I might approve this flower's false and stirring look. Nice and silent and soul. Who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despised he the Athenian maid. And here the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon my eyes I throw, all the power this charm doth flow. And when thou wakest, let not forbid, and sleep his seat on thy eyelid. But let thou wakest when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay! No, thou kill me, sweet Demetria!
I toss thee hence and do not haunt me thus.
But thou don't leave me to not so!
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I'm out of breath in this one chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia wheresoever she lies. She has blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, mine are oftener washed than hers. No, I'm as ugly as a bear. For beasts that meet me run for fear. But who is here? Lysander on the ground, dead? Or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake!
And run through fire for thy sweet sake. Swear it, Helena. Nature shows her art, that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Thou bitter word, that vile name shall perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander. Say not so. What? Though you love your Hermia, Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes with her I have spent. Hermia, Helena now I love, I who would not trade a raven for a dove. The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says that you are the worthier maid. Things growing are not ripe until their season, so I, being young, was not yet ripe to reason, touching now the point of human skill. Reason at last becomes martial to my will, and leads me to your eyes. But I owe love stories written in love's richest book.
Lysander! Give me back my old bracelet! You minx! Why is this keep up reborn? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I never did nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye? But you must count my insufficiency! Oh,
is but Hermia. And you sleep house there. Never mayst thou come my sander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing of the stomach brings, or as those heresies of men doth be that hated most by those they did deceive, so my surfeit, my heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me. With all my powers, address your love and might to honour Helen and to be her knight.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and make that prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords. And, for the more greater assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver, and this will put them out of fear.
Well, you shall have a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lawyer?
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion amongst ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is no more fearful a wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must say that she is not a lion.
Nay, you must name her name, and half her face must be seen through the lion's neck. And she must speak through, saying thus, or to the same defect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. And there indeed let her name her name, and tell them that she is Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so, but there are 2 hard things. That is, we have to bring the moonlight into a chamber. For, as you know, Pyramus and Thisbe did meet by moonlight.
Does the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar, a calendar. Look to the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
It does shine that night.
Right, then you may leave the casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one could come in,
with a lantern and a bush of thorns and says he comes to disfigure or to present a person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. We have to have a wall in the great chamber for, says the story, Pyramus and Thisbe to talk through the chink of the wall.
You cannot bring in a wall. What's in the bone?
Some man or other must present wall. Let him have some plaster, some loam, some rough cast about him to signify wall. Or let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, every mother's son, sit down and rehearse your part. Pyramus, you begin, and when you've spoken your speech, enter into that break, and everyone else according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What? A play toward? I'll be an author, an actor too, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Listen! Stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious...
Odors, man!
Odors, savours sweet, so hast thy breath, thy darling Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
I must you. You must understand that he goes to see a noise that he has heard and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of colour like the red rose on triumphant briar, as frisky juvenile and eke most lovely Jew, as truest horse that yet would never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, by the knees too.
Nynus, man, Nynus! Why, you must not say that yet. That you answer the Pyramus. You speak all your parts at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past, it is never tire.
As truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I were dead, I would only die.
Oh, strange. We are on it. Pray masters, fly masters,
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around. Through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometimes a horse I'll be, sometimes a hound, a hog, a headless bear, sometimes a fire, and I'll neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn, and I'll follow you at every turn.
Why do they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeared.
Oh, Barton, thou art changed. What I see in thee, what do you see?
You see an outtake of your own, do you?
bless thee, Bottom, bless thee. Thou art translated!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to frighten me if they could. But I will not move from this spot, do what they can. We shall walk up and down, and we shall sing, so that they will hear I am not afraid. Ewes old cocks, old black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his notes so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, playing some cuckoo grey, whose note full many a man doth mar. And dares not answer nay. For indeed, who would set his wit to so foolish a bird? Who would give a bird the lie, though we cry cuckoo, never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamoured of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled of thy shape, and thy fair virtues
mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbours will not make them friends. Nay, I can geek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. But if I had enough wit to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
This would desire not to go. Thou shalt remain whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee. Peace blossom, cobweb, mustard seed. Writing.
And I, where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, green figs, purple grapes and mulberries. Not to him else and do him courtesy.
Hail, Martha. Hail, hail.
I cry your worship's mercy. Heartily, I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
She'll desire you with more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, or she make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman.
Peace blossom.
I pray you commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and Master Peascod, your father. I shall desire you with more acquaintance too. Your name, I beseech you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. That same cowardly giant like Oxby hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, though kindred hath made mine eyes water ere now, I shall desire you of more acquaintance too, good Master Cupbeck.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon methinks looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue, bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. Then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Ah, here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule thou about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, in her dull sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play, intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick-skin of this barren sort, Eurypylus, presented in a sport, forsook his seed and entered in a break, when I did him this advantage take. An ass's knob I fixed it on his head, anon his thisbe must be answered, forth my mimic comes. I led them on in this distracted fear and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When, in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. Oh, but tell me, hast thou yet lashed the Athenians' eyes with the love juice, as I did bid thee do?
That is finished too, and the lady by his side, that when he waked, for she must be eyed.
Oh, stand close, this is the same Athenian.
This be the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why would you him that loves you so? Lake us so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I'm a child, but I should use thee worse. But thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. Thou hast slain my son in his sleep, being over shoes in blood, plunged in the deep and kill me too. The son was not so true to the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I believe as soon that this whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through the centre creep, and so displease her brother's noontide with Antipodes. It cannot be but that thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierce through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, your point is clear, as on the Venus in a brilliant field.
Is this to my Lysander? Where is he?
Oh, but Demetrius, will thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my house.
Oh, out dog! Out cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience! Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, for once, tell true, even for my sake. Durst thou have looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch, not a worm, an adder, do so much. An adder did it, with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent, never adder stung.
You spend your passions on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for what I can tell.
I pray thee tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get that for?
Privilege, never to see me more. From thy hated presence part I so, see me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There's no following her in this fierce vein. Here therefore for a while I shall remain. For sorrow's debt doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe. Which in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender, here I make some stay.
Hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue, on a true love turned false, and not a false turned true.